Hey, Riddle here. It is springish in California. We're in Santa Cruz Mountains, and I wanted to share something really cool with you. This is one of the few mushrooms that you can actually cultivate in your garden. I know people have really good luck cultivating morels, but I think this mushroom is not only great for your plants, but it is also delicious and reliable and inexpensive to buy the spores. You can get them on Amazon, and they form a relationship, like all mushrooms do, with the roots of your herbs or trees or plants, wherever you put them. Now, I learned about this particular mushroom. There's a little tiny baby one's coming up. Wine caps, from my friend Luke. He was growing cannabis one year, and he said that one of the secrets that the old Oregon growers used to grow really good weed was that they used wine cap mushrooms, because they would form this relationship with the root systems of the cannabis and help them to take in more nutrition. And I thought that was really interesting. So the year I tried to grow cannabis, I had it in grow bags, and I got the spores and I put them in the grow bags. And it takes a while, though, for mushrooms to do their thing, for them to actually form their network and to fruits when they actually shoot them mushroom up, because most of the time the mushrooms are spending their lifetime underground building these complex networks of mycelium that is very similar to our brain's neuro pathways. I think that sounds about right. I'm going to cover it up so it doesn't dry out in the sun. But these wine caps were in the grow bags, and when we moved properties, I brought all that soil over here and used it to plant my perennials, hoping that they would take root and come up. And it's been about a year and a half, almost 2 years now, and sure enough, I've got a really good population coming up. I am surprised, but I guess it's because I have this on a sprinkler system that they're coming up so late. There's some right here. Beautiful. Now, they can get huge. When they're really happy, they can get the size of dinner plates. Oh, look at this one. It got half eaten by the slugs. Love these things. Oh man, the slugs, they just tear them up. Oh, there's one coming up here. See the slug damage on the top? That's the one thing. If you're going to do these, as soon as you see any evidence of them coming up, you're going to want to cover them right away, and with slug bait. You have to put the organic slug bait all over the place. There, she's a beauty. Look at that. So, wine cap mushrooms, they're delicious, and I don't know why they don't sell them in stores, because they seem easy enough to cultivate, and they seem pretty sturdy, like a pretty sturdy mushroom, but you don't see them in the stores. Another cool experience about the wine cap mushrooms, in China, they actually will grow them on these little farms, like in between the vegetables and everything. Oh, look at those. That's a great one. See, that's getting a little larger. We got two coming up here. That's fantastic. So that's going to be dinner tonight for sure. Wow. Oh, look. Whoa, more and more. Crazy. So we got my spouse is Chinese, and we got this video of his 6-year-old nephew, and they took him to this farm and let him pick the wine cap mushrooms himself. They have a different name for them in China, of course, but that tells you how easily they're cultivated, that they actually let people come pick their own mushrooms on these farms that they grow in between the vegetables and what have you, and then charge them by the pound. So you know what I'm going to do with this one? This one is not getting eaten tonight. I'm going to try to get it reproducing over here in the other raised bed, now that I know that I have a really good population of them in the herb garden coming up. What's really exciting is we have our mushroom season here in the winter. So, we get mushrooms, depending on the rain, from about November, December, January, March, maybe March, but it usually cuts off pretty early. But we've had a lot of rain this year. So it's kind of cool to know that I can do a mushroom that that's life is gonna extend this far into the, into this spring, midsummer. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it right there. And hopefully that mycelium is gonna take, and more so the spores are gonna fall out from underneath the mushroom and populate my wood chips in here for the raised beds. And then I'll have a nice population going in here. And yes, I have put spores of the morel mushrooms in this area, but no signs of anything yet. And like I said, we're going on 2 years, but I guess it can take 2 to 3 years, and we have such infrequent rain that I don't even know if I picked the right species that will even survive in our climate. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to share with you the wine cap mushroom thing. I saw the spores online on Amazon for like $16, which gets you just a ton of them. You can grow them on straw or anywhere that you've got wood chips or straw built up. My buddy that I was telling you about that was growing them with his cannabis, he had made mounds. He had mounded up and had the cannabis the size of trees on the tops of the mounds, and he had generously covered the mounds with straw, and then the mycelium just took off. It just grew like crazy all through that straw, and you could just barely pull away the straw, and the worms and the mushrooms were just so pronounced. I'm sure he got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of wine caps with his dual adventure, trying to grow some good weed and trying to cultivate some mushrooms. Okay, that's it. Bye.